Hey guys, Puree here from Satin. I'm here today to make a soap that I only make once a year. This is one of my fall soaps. It's my pumpkin puree soap. Um, it's an all natural soap. There's no essential oils, no fragrance oils, just my base oils, sodium lactate, sodium hydroxide, which is the lye, and then I super fat it with a lot of stuff. I super fat it with pumpkin puree, real pumpkin puree, coconut milk, shea butter, cocoa butter, and also some pumpkin seed powder. So that's what we're doing today. My oils are about 180 degrees. I just made this lye solution, so it's probably about 200 degrees. I literally just made it. So let's get soaping. And this is hot process. I prefer to do hot process with all my all natural soaps. Reason being, super fat. You can really control the super fat with hot process as opposed to cold process. That doesn't mean you cannot super fat cold process, just you can be more specific with hot. Okay, let's go. Okay, that was about 2 minutes of stick blending, and we are at a thick trace here. So I'm gonna just cover it now and let it begin to cook. I'll bring you back. Okay, well, that was 10 whole minutes and I don't see any movement at all. It could be that the oils weren't as hot as the lye, or it could be that I just used the lid, whereas normally I use plastic wrap. Oh, I'm watching it now and it's starting to crack. It's starting to spoke too soon. Well, it took 10 minutes as opposed to the normal 5, but it is rising now. Very good. As you know, I always like to let it kind of do its thing before I start blending. I love that sound. Okay. Really too thick stick blender. Let me get the spatula. Good grief. Oh, and I almost forgot. I also added pumpkin seed oil to the super fat. I completely forgot about that. I don't know how I could forget that, but I did. Almost did. The bottom is still opaque, but it's getting there. Okay, I'm going to cover it up for another 5 to 10 minutes and I'll bring you back. Okay, well, it's been another 5 minutes and there's no movement, but it is mostly gelled and I don't want it to get too crusty. So yeah, see, it's gelled. It's no longer opaque down at the bottom. It's gelled down there. So what we see at the top is just getting crusty. So I'm going to go ahead and put the super fat in. Again, it's pumpkin puree, coconut milk, pumpkin seed oil, and pumpkin seed powder. so it will be slightly exfoliating because of the pumpkin seed powder. And there's also sodium lactate in here. Ooh. Okay. And cocoa butter and shea butter. So much. Can't remember everything. I'm going to stir this up, make sure all the butters are melted, and then I'll bring it back to mold. Okay, I believe everything is all incorporated. No more chunks of butter. The only chunks that are in there are the crusties that are on the side. I try not to get those in there, but too bad. It's going to be an ugly soap, but it's going to feel great on the skin. Pumpkin feels so good in the soap. Okay, let me get the mold. Can you see? Okay. Maybe I should plop it because otherwise this is going to be in your way. This runs a risk of making a big mess though. I think that's enough. Don't want them to be that tall. Yeah, that's good. Okay guys, there you have it. That's my pumpkin puree for fall 2022. I'll bring it back in a couple of days. Catch me on the cut. Okay you guys, it's been 3 days actually, and I'm here to cut my pumpkin soap. I don't know if, last year I called it pumpkin puree. I don't know what I'm gonna call it. Probably the same thing. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Here you go. And I did try and texture the top a little bit after I shut off the camera. As you know, with hot process, you can't really make it too pretty. Come on out. Ugh. I should have did this off camera. I love this mold though. It's always easy to pop right out of these Essential Depot molds. Okay. I wanted these to be, oh, brick hard. Small chunky bars. And that they are. There's no fragrance. Right now you can smell the pumpkin, but I'm sure after it's fully cured, you won't be able to smell anything. And you see those little, the little white things, that's just soap. That was the crusty parts that I was telling you I shouldn't have mixed in. It's not harmful, it's just regular soap. It's just that it was crusty, so. Just has a very rustic look. It's so hard. Okay, that's it. That's my full pumpkin soap. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.